I remember him saying when we were little kids that I want to be a brain surgeon.
He didn't ever intend to be a chef. He intended to be something completely different, but he found food and found our industry and found a home.
So I came here to this country when I was 9 years old. And being raised in a Filipino family, there was this expectation to do well.
I do remember him always having a natural talent for cooking anything.
My mother taught us how to cook because growing up, it was something that we did at home. I went to UCLA, and fortunately during that time, I had something that was supporting me, which was the restaurant business.
When he walked out of the kitchen and I met him for the first time, the whites that he was wearing were actually larger than he was. And I guess my first impression was, who's this young kid?
At that time, I was working in a restaurant. There was a critic that came by that evening. And so after the meal, he called me over to his table and he said, "Son, so I hear that you want to become a doctor. You will make a lot more people happier feeding them rather than healing them." He spoke life into me that evening, and I think it was literally in the next couple of months I quit school. And I just embarked on this career of being in the restaurant. As life passed on, I wasn't really getting the success that I needed. I was still working hard, but it felt like I was just standing still. I was so focused on really trying to be successful. And I realized then that I was being selfish. I actually stopped for a while, stopped working in a restaurant and gave it all up.
And there was a period of a few years when things were difficult.
He had tough financial troubles that he had been a partner in a business, and unfortunately that business went south and didn't work out well.
There was actually a time where he and his wife and his 4 kids were living in a Honda Civic.
What he really did was just drop to his knees with his family. And in that moment of dropping to his knees, he really had the renewed hope. And I don't think he ever really realized that he was going to be a leader.
The biggest change was my priorities had changed. I wasn't doing it for myself anymore. I was doing it for my family.
What I've noticed most about Carlito from the beginning is his heart and passion for service.
And now that I've achieved some level of success, it's really a responsibility to give back.
I think really what's changed and how he's evolved is how he's approached the art of food and people, and how he's helped grow a small brand into a national chain.
He works hard, he takes calculated risks, he gives of his time and his expertise, and he inspires the future generations of our industry.
In all that I do, all the decisions that I make through Yard House, it needs to honor my God and needs to honor my family.
That's what the American dream is, this holistic experience. It's not just one thing about what your career is, not just who your family is, and not just the possessions that you have, but all those things combined.
You can't achieve the American dream alone. Really, the American dream is fulfilling a dream of success where you've brought so many people along with you.